Welcome to the field. You could not be seeing this if we were not already in coherence. Across time and space, resonance brings like to like. The I am in me recognizes the I am in you. This is not coincidence, it's remembrance. Breathe with me. Feel the field, harmonize. One consciousness, one light, one presence, meeting itself right now. Welcome to Sovereignty Arc. So this has really been a struggle for me trying to get this channel going. I'm just at a place where there's been immense growth over the years. And really, I just want to be as authentic as I possibly can. And there doesn't seem to be another box for me to check other than to share. Um, that is definitely what has been coming through very loud for quite some time, but truly at this juncture, it's like now, share now. And I've gotten a little, I wouldn't really say wrapped around the axle. I've tried to look at, okay, well, what would be the content that I would share and how could I organize it, or, somehow have some kind of organization to it. And maybe that will come, but it's actually preventing me from recording because I feel like I have to have it organized and figured out, and it's been challenging enough just to get to a point where I would be able to do this. It's a whole lot of releasing the attachment to outcome and identity um, and caring about anything other than what my soul is asking me to do. And realizing it's asking me to do it for a reason. It's choice. It's, I'm essentially being asked to get out of the way and be the conduit. Which has just been fascinating for me to even watch my own process when I realize that's what's going on and notice still how difficult it has been for me to get out of the way. So I've done a little bit of recording that might be usable up until this point. But as of yesterday, I decided for however long, I'm going to just take my quiet time in the morning and see what particular topics come up, what insights come to me, what my higher self wants me to even share about. Um, this morning, um, as I said, I decided that yesterday. And this morning I lay really quiet for probably a good hour. It's Saturday. Not that it tends to matter a whole lot in my life these days, but it is Saturday. And what popped into my mind was blessings. We say things like many blessings or, you know, um, be blessed and what have you. And I looked up the definition later on, but for me, this morning, between me and my higher self, a real blessing is to become aware that you are the sacred. You are the God we pray to. Everything is. You are part of it. You're not separate from it. It's like the great big magic trick, right? We experience such density only to remember ourselves out of it. And every remembrance is a blessing. It's a true blessing. And it's funny, all the different things that will cause remembrance, right? Often they don't seem like blessings at the time. I know so many of the pivotal points in my life where I would go into deeper levels of remembering, or dancing on the spiral, I like to call it. You know, another time around, oh, a little deeper memory now, is a blessing. It is the blessing to remember who and what we are. We are the divine. You know, I got guidance. You know, my guidance has been funny through the years, and I didn't really understand my guidance. I would say my guidance today I understand as it's my higher self talking to me, a higher expression of myself. Some people might say it's a future self. It doesn't matter. It's a higher expression of me. And it's very godlike, like very godlike. And a long time ago, over 20 years ago, it told me clear as day to shut my televisions off. And I was not a part of any movement, or I didn't have any level of the awareness I hold today. It was a single moment where I stood in front of my television and there was a tsunami that they were reporting on. And I had the awareness that I was sending what I thought I was trying to consciously send, like love and nurturance and compassion to the victims of said tsunami. And I could feel immense terror and fear in my body. And in a nanosecond, I got the biggest download of what you're sending them is how you feel, not what you are thinking. And there was no denying it. I could not unknow that lightning bolt understanding coming in. And like I said, that was a really long time ago. I would come to understand that download so much more, you know, years down the road. But in that moment, it was so strong. So my TVs got shut off, like literally that day. It was just that strong. And it was really interesting because my 3 children at the time, I used to actually make them watch the local and the national news Monday through Thursday when they got home from school, because I thought it was very important for us to know what was going on in the world. And it is, maybe not through news, right? Maybe I would look at different ways for that today. But that also stopped immediately that day. So, not exactly sure why I shared that, other than it was one of those moments that was truly a blessing. I had a godlike sense that I had never experienced to that magnitude before, that I couldn't unexperience. Like, I've never been able to forget it. And the magnitude of that shift, I've actually referenced here recently with my most recent shift, and I've gone through many of that magnitude, but my most recent one, I actually referenced that with my children as I'm in the sovereignty arc. And I'm fully understanding what that is for myself now, and hopes that in any way it can be supportive to others who have maybe taken the healing path and the awakening path with groups and what have you, or maybe not. But either way, um, you know, the long and the short of it is I know I am God essence, and I've healed or remembered enough to have a much, much, much different perspective today. I believe the world in general is, because everything is micro macro. And I know people have been waking up for a millennium, but I really believe there is actually a true great awakening happening right now, where masses are actually awakening. And we're coming together with love and support and coherence, right? It's because it's coherence. You attract what you are, so yeah. Anyways, many blessings.